The Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment, in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization and the World Health Organization, Global Health Canada, has offered some ICS, which is some incident command training, to top and senior officials within the ministry and across multi sectors. The Incident Command System, ICS, is recognized as an effective system for managing emergencies. Several states have adopted ICS as their standard for emergency management, and others are considering adopting it. As ICS gains wider use, there is a need to provide training for those who are not first responders, example, law enforcement, fire, or emergency medical service personnel who may be called upon to function in an ICS environment. The course will provide an introduction to the concept and principles of ICS. The basic ICS course has been developed as self-instruction but can also be delivered with the use of instructor in a classroom, which is currently being taken place at NEMO. As such, the course indicates a large number of scenarios, examples, and opportunities for students to apply what they have learned, whether through self-instruction or in a classroom. The course will enable the participants to identify the 5 ICS functions and list the main responsibility of each, to identify where their agency fits into the ICS structure, to define key ICS terms, describe the ICS structure expands or contracts to meet the need of an incident, name the primary incident facilities, and describe how each is used and managed. This training will significantly benefit St. Vincent and the Grenadines when completed. The coordinator for the ICS training is Mrs. Donna Bascom, who is the Deputy Hospital Administrator and Emergency Management Coordinator. The facilitator and instructor is Mr. Peter Burgess.
This morning we're going to be looking at the basic ICS features. By the end of the presentation, we should be able to look at common terminology, the modular organization of ICS, management by objectives, and you will be writing some objectives, the last one, an incident action plan. We'll also look at what chain of command is and unity of command is, unified command, as well as looking at the management span of control. Now, most of everything that we're going to look at this morning, you are going to see again in the exam, so you need to pay attention, you need to read. ICS ensures full utilization of all incident resources by maintaining the management span of control, establishing pre-designated incident locations and facilities, implementing resource management practices, and ensuring integrated communication. ICS supports responding decisions through effective information, intelligence management, and helps establish a common operating picture. All of that is what ICS does. Command and transfer. The command function must be clearly established from the outset. We said this a lot yesterday. Everybody needs to know who's in charge. Because once you know who's in charge, then people know who they report to. There's nothing worse than turning up at an incident scene. And when you approach your first police officer. Yes, who's the incident commander? And you're like, oh, and I know you're going to check the sergeant over there. You go to the sergeant and you tell, well, the inspector was here somewhere, but I'm sure we're gone. He's the man that running things. That delays response. Whoever gets on the scene, whoever is in charge, every person on the ground should know who's the man in charge and where the incident command post is located. It's not a secret. When command is transferred, the process must include a briefing of all essential information. But this is common sense. That is common sense. Once command is transferred, you have to give a briefing. And that is important. You actually have to embrace, for us, I don't know how you do it here, but for us, our disaster management office, and for instance like Grenada and some other places, they use the CBRs a lot. Those guys on the fishing boats at night, you can hear them talk, they transmit all their jargon and they talk and you can get information out by those guys. So we use them a lot actually in disaster response, even in mass crowd events.
So we're here with Departmental Manager at the Milton Kitty Memorial Hospital, Sister Landa Ballantyne. Can you tell me how beneficial do you think this workshop will be to the job that you do there at the hospital?
Well, it is going to definitely be very beneficial because I'm working in an area that I need to be able to set up a command post in the event of any incidents that we may have. As the departmental manager with responsibility for accident and emergency, we are the point at which we receive all cases that come in as a result of a disaster. And so it's going to be very beneficial. We need to now do our homework and come together and see how we are going to be able to improve what is happening in our department.
How have you found the training so far?
It's very intense, lot of information, and one good thing is that we have persons from the heads of different departments who are going to be able to, after this, go back and ensure that their workers who they're working with, those persons who they're going to be depending on to be beneficial in any disaster, they are going to be able to get that information across to them.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we're here with Corporal Corin Ince, and he is from the fire department, and you're pretty much going to tell me how do you have pretty much been in all these emergency related training. How have you found this one so far?
Well, this one is very intense as usual. It now tells us how we're going to structure our command system, how we're going to command persons that are under us, how we're going to take charge and ensure that everything happens smoothly.
Okay, how have you found the gelling of this group to be? The setup is more for senior persons at this level in terms of their management of disaster should it occur. How do you find that working together?
Okay, well, we have understand how to give instructions, but this shows us the proper chain in which we're supposed to send these instructions now and how they're supposed to follow them and what they're supposed to do when they receive information or commands from the directives.
Okay, and so you're enjoying the workshop?
Very well.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're here with our disaster management coordinator who's doing an exceptional job as usual. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nico.
This training is for more senior persons. We have done approximately 2 for the year.
Well, this particular course, the Incident Command System course, this is our first for the year. So this is just to really tie things together. We have done the mass casualty management, so we know the technical things to do if we have a mass incident. We have done the emergency care and treatment, where we would have gone into a little bit more of the medical interventions that are needed in a mass incident. And now we're wrapping that up with the command structure for a mass incident again. We're just tying everything together now.
So pretty much St. Vincent would be in a better position to deal with any mass casualty or incident that would occur.
Well, I'm hoping so. That's the overall objective.
And how have you found the workshop so far?
It's very informative. The support has been really overwhelming. We initially invited about 25 persons from the different agencies. We have over 40 participants at this point. Because of the overwhelming support, we are looking towards procuring another set of ICS training before the year is out.
One critical question, Donna, why does this component of the training have senior persons?
Okay, the incident command systems, the facilitator figures that it's best to train senior persons for the incident command system because, as the name suggests, it's about who is in charge on site for an incident. And what is being emphasized is that it's not necessarily the person in charge of the responding organization that may be the person in charge on site.
Okay.
For instance, if there is an incident, if there is a fire at a stadium, a football match or whatever, the persons responding there, the agencies that will be primarily responsible for the fire, is the fire persons.
Okay.
And the fire chief may not be the person on site.
Okay.
So it's a more senior officer who is responding at that time, who would be in charge of the management of that incident.
Okay, so
You
everybody's
understand?
been sharing and understanding, though while you're senior persons, it may not be your direct command at the time.
Right. You might be at the organizational level giving command to the
Right.
person on site, but the management of the incident on site is not necessarily the person who is in charge of the organization.